Everyone arguing about whether AI art is real art is having the wrong argument. And I can prove it to you in the next few minutes, because this exact fight has happened before, multiple times, and we already know how it ends. So here's where most people land. On one side, art requires a human hand, human suffering, human intention. A machine typing a prompt in 10 seconds can't possibly be doing the same thing as an artist who spent for years in art school and 40 hours on a single painting. On the other side, who cares how it was made? If the final image moves you, makes you feel something, it's art. End of discussion. Both of these sound reasonable. Both of these people are about to lose the argument, because they're arguing about the wrong thing. To see why, we need to rewind about 180 years. In the 1860s, when photography was new, critics said almost exactly what AI art critics say today. A camera doesn't require skill, they said. It doesn't require a trained hand. It's just a machine capturing light, anyone can point and click. Painters' unions in France actually lobbied to keep photography out of art exhibitions. Baudelaire called photography art's mortal enemy. Sound familiar? Then in 1917, Marcel Duchamp submitted a urinal to an art show, signed a fake name on it, and called it art. No painting. No skill. No hours of labor. Just a decision, this is art because I say it is. Museums eventually agreed. It's now considered one of the most influential artworks of the 20th century. Every generation redraws the line around what counts as real art, and every time, the people defending the old line lose. So if is it art always eventually resolves to yes, why does this debate feel so much angrier this time? Because this time, the debate is a decoy for a much scarier question. In 2022, an AI-generated piece called Theater d'Opera Spatial won first place at the Colorado State Fair's digital art competition. The internet exploded, not really over aesthetics, but over fear. Working illustrators saw a machine trained on millions of images, some of them their own, without permission or payment, competing against, and beating, years of human skill in a single afternoon. That's not a debate about the definition of art. That's a debate about labor, consent, and money. And that reframe changes everything about how we should be arguing. Here's the real question hiding underneath: is AI art real art? Who gets paid? Who gets credited? And who gets protected when a tool can produce in seconds what used to take a career to master? Concept artists in film and gaming are already losing contract work to AI-assisted pipelines. Training datasets were built by scraping the internet, including working artists' portfolios, without consent. The US Copyright Office has ruled that purely AI-generated images can't be copyrighted at all, because there's no human author. That single ruling has bigger consequences for the creative economy than 1,000 Reddit arguments about whether a prompt counts as real creativity. And this isn't a future problem. It's being decided right now. The EU AI Act now requires disclosure of AI-generated content. Artist collectives are suing AI companies over training data. Meanwhile, most professional creatives aren't choosing between human art and AI art, they're building hybrid workflows, AI for drafts and iteration, human hands for the final, meaningful choices. That hybrid model, not a pure human vs machine fight, is probably where this actually settles. Which brings us back to the question we started with. Is AI art real? Art was never going to have a satisfying answer, because art has never had a fixed definition. Photography proved that, Duchamp proved that, and AI will prove it again. The question that actually matters is what we owe the humans whose work made these tools possible, and what kind of creative economy we want to build now that images are basically infinite and nearly free. So here's my question for you, before this video: which side were you on, and has anything here changed your answer? Drop it in the comments, I read everyone. And if this kind of reframe is useful to you, subscribe. This channel exists to cut through exactly this kind of noisy debate.